Definitely a day. Let's talk about today. Today was definitely a day, y'all. I got two cameras set up, okay? So make sure y'all share the live. Tell a friend to tell a friend that Taye is live again. We outside at the Diddy trial, as you can see. I got two cameras. I'm on live two ways, okay? Taye is on live two ways. But yet they basically talking about today the security guard from the hotel and the officer basically took a bribe from Puff. But was it really a bribe, or was they actually, how can I say, trying to get him for some money? Because being that they had the evidence that he would have needed, then it was more valuable to him than them. So basically the marketing thing was up for grabs, if you ask me, and that's just what it seemed to be, a marketing thing. Let's see who it gets to for the highest bidder, because this man was out here. Number one, he recorded the video with his cell phone, right? That already let you know he was moving dirty. He basically recorded the video with his cell phone, basically made another copy of the video. He sent the video to his mama and a couple of other people, basically as a show and tell type of situation. Now, I'm just going to be honest. They sold the tape to Diddy, but yet they also still sold the tape to TMZ. So you see that it was a marketing scheme, right? On top of the fact is of, it's not only Diddy that wanted the tape to go away. Cassie also wanted the tape to go away as well. It was a mutual agreement on that part, okay? On top of the fact, let's get into the facts, okay? Because if we're going to tell the facts, we're going to tell the facts. It's just like when you in the hood, okay? And a person is up to no good. If you got information that I may need, a person may be willing to pay for it, baby. But it's who's willing to pay and who's it going to go to for the highest bidder. But this thing was just circling around until the money situation went down. Now, mind you, Diddy apparently gave this man, they agreed to $50,000 in cash, right? But he wound up giving him $100,000 in cash, right? Due to the fact is that they was going to do a split. The security officer from the hotel and the officer that basically came to the scene, right? So now with the factors of the officer that came to the scene, he was already dirty, okay? So blackmailing somebody would not be too far seen, okay? So basically that's what I get this as, a blackmail situation, okay? And Diddy was just smart enough to basically, with cash, excuse me. Sorry. No, the camera's right there. I ain't want to get you all type of way. Right. So basically, that kind of distracted me for a second, but Taye is back again. Basically, they was trying to blackmail him. So it wasn't all Diddy trying to basically strike a deal with these people on his own reconnaissance as far as the factors of the racketeering and the RICO charge that they are trying to basically put on him. I'm not falling for it. If you ask me, basically, it was an equal opportunity for both, baby, because first of all, okay, even though they signed a non-disclosure form, they are still here on that damn trial, baby, basically as a witness, okay? So even though they signed those non-disclosure forms, they still went against the forms that they was on, which is basically illegal as well, okay? They signed all type of NDAs, and if y'all remember, that's the way Bill Cosby got off in the first place, okay? When you sign these NDAs, a person said that they wasn't really paying attention to the words that the NDA say. I'm not putting my signature to nothing, okay? That I don't know what it is. I'm never going to be that starstruck to where I'm willing to put my name on something and don't know what it is that I'm signing. Are you serious? Like, who look dumbfounded? These people be thinking that they smarter than somebody. Hey, y'all coming in. Make sure y'all hit that like button for Taye. You know we got our boots on the ground, baby. We outside. We outside. That's definitely at the Diddy trial live. Now, like I was saying, he gave them the cash, okay? It was $100,000 straight cash, all right? Now, they all into these people bank records at the end of the day because they trying to basically figure out which account or which account the money came from for him to be able to pay these people. Now, in the process of them searching and going into the bank accounts, apparently they done found the account in Mama Cohn's name, a LLC, and basically it was some money being, you know, swished through there, basically. But it's not uncommon for people that are in the situation that Diddy is in, far as being who he is, to basically have other businesses, other aliases, and other situations that he's in, so that way people don't actually know that it's him. But for me, I'm feeling like this was a bribery situation, because the same man that's on this stand, after they did or had the first ordeal, okay, he asked him later on, like, listen, y'all got a job where you at? You know, work is kind of slow. This is the man that was getting paid $10 an hour. Okay, when you get paid $10 an hour and you go to 50,000, that is a big jump. Okay, this man went and bought a car. Why the first thing people do when they get money is buy a car? Tell me that. So you went and bought a car, right? You gave this man his split, right? Outside of the factors of you buying a car and giving this man his split, you tried to keep it to where there was no record of it. So you basically never put none of the money in the bank, right? On top of the factors of him saying that, oh, when Puff gave him the money, the first thing he asked him before he walked away was, what you plan on doing with the money, right? He wanted to know. But it was also, in fact, is to say, like, listen, don't make no large purchases too quick, because you know the feds will be on it. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they're basically trying to imply. But they removed that part off of the record. They removed that part off the record. So if you wasn't in the coach, you won't know. That's why it's good to be out here with feet on the ground, because when you watching stuff on the news, they saying it one way, but when you out here on feet, you get to see everything. On top of the fact is, let's get into the peoples, right? Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. I'm doing good, Hassan. Thank you, everybody. Hey, moderator. Make sure y'all support Taye. Invest in me so I can be the best of me, definitely, because Taye been out here, baby. Okay? All right? I've been making my way every day to make sure I give y'all these updates. For sure, for sure. And look, I got 2 cameras on the roll. All right? Hey, y'all. Okay? Look at my setup over there. That's my book bag right there, y'all. And that's my cup. Hopefully I don't lose it, okay? Because I keep sitting at places and having to remember to go back and get it. But yes, let's talk about how the people been outside of the courtroom. Like, the courtroom with Diddy is where it's jumping, but outside with the peoples is where it's actually at, baby. Because let me tell you, okay, for one of the content creators can no longer go back into the courtroom because they basically divulge in certain things that they not supposed to outside of the courtroom, and they make sure they let you know when you go up in there for show, ain't nothing supposed to be leaked, okay? So now that's going to discredit it for the other people that's out here trying to do their thing. Let me raise my hand. Me, you know they say one bad apple spoils the bunch, right? One bad apple spoils the bunch, and we've been out here pretty much able to have freedom to record, do our little interviews and stuff, because we are actually the YouTube newscasters right now. So when y'all getting the action from us, listen. So when people coming out here, for one, it was one lady that's been going crazy out here for days, saying that she worked for the MTA. I don't think that lady worked for the MTA in no type of way. I just think she's shit for crazy, okay? She done been going in the courtroom every day, okay? And every day she goes in the courtroom, she creates some type of scene, honey, okay? So she creates the scene. Today she goes up in the courtroom and she's screaming at Diddy and making sure, trying to figure out if he gonna be all right. Like, lady, calm down. Calm down. Y'all know Uda always on set handling his business. That's right. He be out here from the early morning doing his thing, okay? Consistency is everything, and I love that for him. Definitely. But yeah, everybody out here is not in a great mental space, okay? If that says a lot. Look, I'm making sure I got everything for y'all. Look, see the doorway. There we go. Look, Taye making sure y'all get everything. Everything, okay? I bought me a power charger so my phone don't die. I bought me a memory card so I could keep some space because I don't want y'all to miss nothing that has to do with this case. Mama Combs, they said she couldn't even come out yesterday because she's been the person that's been having to cater to him since he been in there. Far as making sure that he's still, how can I say, functionably okay. Like, where's his brain at and how is he feeling? Because this situation is a lot on anybody, whether you're in the right or the wrong. It will take a toll on you, okay? But for me, I'm just like confused on how all these people got immunity, okay? Those is the people that you need to be locking up. And now you can't lock them up because you gave them immunity. And when they signed for immunity, that automatically said that they was guilty. What part are we missing here, people? So you mean to tell me all the people that would basically help you create a case, they basically now got immunity. So they won't be serving no time for what it is or what part that they played within this case, right? But if you trying to create a RICO, wouldn't that have to be a no-go? Because if the people got immunity, they can't be the ones that be filed within the charges or within the case. Y'all just use them for information base. That's all and that's it. So, I'm just being honest. You can't say whether a person was basically trying to force people to give him that tape for the money, or was it bribery? Bribery. Like, listen, we seen what you did last summer type shit. You understand what I'm saying? And if you want the information, you're gonna have to pay for it. That's blackmail. That is blackmail, okay? And this man had intentions because he didn't just have the tape. He recorded a copy of the tape with his actual cell phone and was sending it to other people. So he was negligent from the beginning, baby. All right, and it's not like Cassie was not in cahoots with Diddy getting the tape. If that was the case, if you was actually feeling the way that, because she still was protecting him. Yes, she still was protecting him. So it wasn't so much basically her getting the tape as far as for her protection. No, they just didn't want to ruin their images to people like me and you. Like, listen, we got to get this up so before it go to the blogs. Okay, so now when it went to TMZ, that's how it became something for you and me. But they had already done did the ordeal with this information in this videotape, baby. Like, people is crazy. And it really, 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 really pisses me off. I'm not saying that Puffy ain't did some things, right? Because he definitely did some things. We know that for sure. He did some things, right? But a man is definitely innocent until being proven guilty or proven guilty, right? And I'm thinking that there's a lot of more people that should be in this case, oh shoot, than what is in this case. To be honest, baby. But unfortunately, they done gave those people immunity. So once you give somebody immunity, you cannot recharge them for anything that they gave you as information, baby.
I'm good.
Nothing.
I know, we did nothing to do a good job.
I don't know why the heck my other camera, it says reconnecting, because look, Taye on display out here, baby. Yes, I am. Let me see what's going on with the signal over here. I don't know, it say reconnecting. I'm back, y'all. Yes, but definitely and definitely, I'm thinking that it's a sense of bribery, okay? And a lot of sense of the word. People seen a quick come up, and that's what it was, a come up. A definite come up for them. It was a definite come up for them. Okay, no more, no less. No more, no less. That's why we hearing about it now. They went shopping around with that tape to see who was going to be the best one to orchestrate what it is that they was looking for as far as a payday. And then it shows, because look how many times they got paid for it. You know TMZ definitely didn't get it for free, baby. You know that. You know that. Okay, they saying that there's a lot of property in Mama Combs' name and different things or whatever. I didn't know that part was illegal. I didn't know having things in other people's name was illegal unless you using it for illegal intent, right? But sometimes people do it as a safety net, right? But they all within these bank records, honey. They trying to find anything. And Pedro, thanks for subscribing. Yes, thank y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button so the algorithm know Taye is outside, baby. Definitely, and definitely support me if you can. I would definitely appreciate it, baby. It's not easy being out here on an everyday basis, foot to the ground. But, you know, we getting it done. Shout out to all the streamers that been on go. Let me see what y'all say. Here is Q. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But yes, I'm going to definitely be coming out here for the full extent of this trial. Because I'm definitely focused to see how things turn out, okay? It's definitely in the middle. A lot of people in the middle. If you walk past, it ain't so many of the Diddy did it. It's some free Diddies too. You know, everybody got a different point of view. And that's good too, because then it gives equal room for, you know, an outcome. A lot of people just want to, you know, guilty until proven innocent, you know, because it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. I'm trying to make sure I see everything. Instead of what they are not being charged with don't compare to what Diddy did to a lot of folks. I totally agree with that. But what I do also agree with is the people that had parts in the factors of violating or helping him violate those people should also be punished as well. I mean, I don't think that they should get off, because a lot of people went into those situations with those people definitely knowing what it was that they was doing. These people was passing people drugs. They was making sure cover-ups was happening. So if you could get on the stage basically and tell your story, it shows that you're not innocent to me. And I feel like you should be punished just as well. Not because, oh, it wasn't at the level of what Diddy did, but you still did something. You were an accomplice. You are an accomplice. If somebody did something to me, I will want all parties involved to be punished, baby. Not just one person. No, why shouldn't everybody be punished the same? Oh, but I get to get immunity. Oh, okay, I gave you drugs, watch you got SA, help this man take you from one place to another place, but then I'm supposed to still be free and innocent, baby? No, I'm just as guilty. Just like I said with these people, they basically trying to create a RICO or racketeering, but it's also a form of blackmail too. Everybody should be dealt with accordingly. All right? Y'all shop this tape around for the monetary gain, not for the factors of somebody's safe day. If y'all was definitely worried about that tape getting to somebody for the safety of Cassie being okay or whatever the case may be, it wouldn't have been a money value put on it to see who was going to be the highest bidder. It would have been put out there and it just would have been a hitter. Dang, I wish I'd have found your channel earlier. Well, I'm here. Hey, everybody coming in, and I'm happy that you found me. Just like, let's talk about the factors of Capricorn, Cassie, and the Deontay, the stylist. All of them are still friends, okay? Even though they don't talk on the record together, they definitely talk off the record together. It's a lot of ways that people could be, how can I say, putting together or fabricating a story. Yeah, some things and most things is definitely going to sound alike because they work for the same man for years. Duh. So when you hear certain names like D-Rock and Wolf and this person and that person, it would be no way that you would be around Puffy and not be able to know who those names are or be around those certain type of people. So of course that story is not going to be different, okay? But if you have people that is still keeping conversation outside of the courtroom, it's not hard to engage on what they gonna say when it come down to this case, baby. I'm being realistic because it seemed like once everybody got broke, they went, or when they was having difficulties, they ran back to Puffy. even down to the factors of this security guard man. The security guard man, after they did the due diligence of the 50,000 or the 100,000 that he gave them in the brown paper bag, this man still was hitting Puff up on social media, telling him Happy Easter, and then hit him years later to ask him for a job. So I'm confused. That be the little things that I be thinking that people be skipping over. It's one thing when you are a victim, a person is doing something that you have no control over. But when you are actually going into situations for monetary gain, when you dance with the devil, you gonna have to pay. And a lot of people was willing to dance with the devil for some money. Why is we out here playing? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Definitely support your girl Taye, because I'm going to give it to you raw, okay? I don't know what people think. Okay, now Diddy is in here. Everybody got a story to tell. Where was these stories before the story? If everybody is here to do such a right thing, then why was there so much secrecy? And then half of the people that had or came to court, it was not willful. It was due to the factors of a subpoena. A subpoena means that you are forced to be in court regardless to whether you want or don't want. It's no longer your choice. Come to the front of the class, please. We gonna need you to come to the front of the class, which means that's the same reason why Cassie was in the courtroom. A lot of people saying, oh, why she didn't take the 30 mil and just run. She couldn't. She couldn't just take that 30 million, because as a woman I was thinking about that too. I wouldn't want to relive a situation once I got out of it. If I'm cool, I'm cool. Don't mean I ain't got my story to tell. Listen, put it in the book if that's the case, because you wasn't putting it in a situation to where you was trying to get Puff locked up. It wasn't you that brought him to jail. It was the feds. It was the feds. So until then, or until the subpoena, sis, because they said, yeah, even though you take this money, at some point in time, we might still need to call you to the stand. And that's where that subpoena came in at, friend. Sometimes the choice is not given. It wasn't like it was on some, oh, okay, well, I'm going to take this 30 million and I'm going to still do this nigga dirty. No, the feds had that ass. Okay? The feds definitely had that ass. Babs on, listen, look at what them people went through. That's why I said everybody should be punished as an equal. Dawn coming up here telling her story, but yet you was sitting there making somebody else a victim, even though you said that you was a one. You was one. You was willfully giving the person that you was dealing with at the time, which is Q from day 26, horse tranquilizers, sis. Like, I'm confused. Like, so you went from a victim to the person that is now collecting victims, because you can't make it seem like you feel sad for anybody if you're gonna put somebody else in the same situation. So for you to come up here and look for pity, sis, it ain't gonna come from me, because a lot of people be thinking that if they get close to the person with the name, which is P. Diddy, at the end of the day, that's where they trying to be. And a lot of people be trying to be close to the stars, around the stars, and it don't matter what it take. And this be the case. Look at how, like, come on. Which is crazy, because Harvey Weinstein is in the other courthouse on a goddamn appeal for the things that he did. What about the man that, I'm going to say it every day, Nickelodeon? You know how many kids was violated throughout these situations? Do you really know? And it takes a team. It's not just one person, baby. It's just that these people have the money to make people move funny. And if you have money to make people move funny, you basically gonna get your way when it comes down to the payday. Stop playing with Taye. Come on. We got to use our brains here. It's one thing to feel bad for a person. Okay, if you're an empathetic person or an empath, you're going to feel bad for a lot of people that's in this situation, of course. But there's a lot of people that's in this situation that put themselves in the situation because they thought it was going to put them in a better situation. And I'm not talking about the factors of a job. All right? They feel like if you get close to the money, you are the money. You just like the money. Okay? Having certain names and being around certain presence get you in certain rooms that you wouldn't normally be able to get into. And some people like the sparkles that come with life. Okay? And they will be willing to sell their damn soul for the sparkles that come in life. And then once the person that is giving them the spark get put out, now everybody got a chance to tell a story. No, you was trying to sparkle. Remember, you was sparkling. That's what you was trying to do. You was trying to be in all the latest clubs and all the videos, all out town, all around the names. No, be real. Be real. A lot of these people like shout out, and I feel bad for those that are victim. You know, for real, dead serious. But for those that is not and actually playing victim, it takes away from the ones that actually is. And I don't really appreciate that at all. At all, at all. At all, at all. At all, at all. Everything is like a payday, some people. Everything is like a payday for some people. They didn't make that saying all money is not good money for no reason. They didn't make that saying all money is not good money for no reason. That's for a reason. Because some people will be willing to put their morals on the line for a couple of dollars. It's not hard to believe. Not for nothing, we on social media right now. Look how many people you see that's willing to lessen their morality or have morals for the factors of what it takes to go viral, or how much recognition or how much money they'll be getting from the city. That's what they think. They thinking about the money. They not thinking about the factors of the morals in the situation. Because if you got morals, it's just certain things that you can't and will not do. But you can't say that you have morals and sit in a room with people that is doing shit that's just crazy. Crazy. For those that couldn't get out, that's one thing. But for those that chose to force themselves in that room, that's something else. And there was a lot of room forces, okay? We're not going to act like women don't try to get into the industry by using a pretty little kitty. All right? Don't make it seem. That's why there's a such thing called sex workers, baby. Is it illegal? Yeah, some places. But in some places, it's legal to buy coochie. Okay? Which means that is a job for some. When you get a phone call, you already know what you being called for. I'm not going to call a sex worker if I'm trying to get my refrigerator clean. I'm not going to call a sex worker if I'm trying to get the kids picked up from daycare. No, I'm going to call a sex worker if I'm trying to either get my ass licked or my dick kissed. Either one. Either one. You have a profession, hun. Okay? I am paying you to lick my tip. That is it. So don't have me look in the newspaper under the job listings and it says sex worker, and I call thinking that I'm gonna get a sex worker, and now you tell me that you don't get paid for sex, and now I'm going to jail? I thought we had a deal. I pay you, you suck me. It didn't say nothing in the inquiries where you may potentially go to jail for getting your ass licked by a sex worker that gets paid for it. Hello? And some people was repeat offenders. Some people like getting listen, okay? If you was a person that got called on more than one time and you took that job, remember when I said all money is not good money? You was willing to do something funny for a little bit of money. Ha, ha. Okay? But for the ones that was taken advantage of and didn't have no say so, I feel very much differently. But we not going to give everybody that pity card, baby. No. Everybody not going to get the pity card. Punish a person for the wrong that they did, definitely into it. For sure, for sure. Did Puffy violate some people? Yes, the fuck he did. People use their power for different shit. Y'all better listen up. Ooh. She said, like, yes. Yes, people like to use their power for different ish. And when you get a certain amount of money, your power is on a different level, baby. Okay? The same people that gave him the space to be able to do what it is that he was doing, okay, because it ain't Cassie that he made mad, okay? It's the people that's overhead. Maybe possibly the clear people, okay? We're gonna call them the clear people. The people that was with that liquor company, okay, because anytime these people hold something over your head and they ask you for something and you say no, they going to make sure it turns into a yes. They going to make sure it turns into a yes, because you got to remember, nigga, we made you. And the same way we made you is the same way we will take from you everything. We will humble you to make sure that you have nothing. Nothing. Why do you think a lot of these black men that come into these situations, not even black men, because we're not going to stereotype. Why do you think a lot of these men in these high positions, football players, not just the rap game, baseball, dancing, all type of things. These is not just uncommon. These people that be having power in these different places use their power until they can't use their power no more, until they piss the wrong person off, and then they end up in court. Okay? As long as he would have went along with the masses and continue to do what the masses wanted him to do, okay? Then, okay. Y'all understand. Y'all definitely understand. I ain't even gotta say it. It's how you play it. And one thing that them white people ain't gonna let you do is play with them at all. All right? Because we gonna make sure you remember that you a field nigga, okay? And a field nigga is never gonna become a house nigga and try to overstep the person that put him in the house, nigga. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Huh? You got people that's 70 and 80 years old. Look at Aretha Franklin. Look at Patti LaBelle. Look at Gladys Knight. Y'all would think that these people would be rich and able to rest and enjoy because they have their accolades. They've been working for years. They earned their spot. But when you see these older people still on tour and doing what it is that they do and more, it's because to us, we see it as they have a certain thing. But once you start making a certain type of money, your living becomes different. You need more to stay consistent. So when you think that you're no longer going to be working, oh, please. Oh, yeah, you're going to be working harder, baby. Because now you're going to have to work to keep all the shit that you paid for once you got to this level. And it ain't cheap. People got insurance. People got kids. People got big businesses. People got, if they riding around in these expensive cars. Do you know how much it costs to basically maintain a living that these people choose to maintain? And that's why they be willing to, how can I say, dance with the devil a little bit, baby. Like, well, listen, I can't go from living like this to go back living like this. So I'm going to have to put myself on a mission. But they don't know, once you go on one mission, you won't call for multiple missions. You never know what mission you may be called for, because you took that cash payment to him. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm not signing no contracts, number one, that I don't know what they say. I thought we all learned that from a young age. I don't give a damn how starstruck I get. I'm still not signing nothing. You're going to have to catch me when I calm down. You definitely going to have to catch me when I calm down. Okay? So that way I can understand what it is that I am reading before I sign my life over, friend. You could be signing your life over. You could have been doing more you could have been more than just agreeing to the factors of shutting the hell up. Okay? And I don't know why these people think that they sign NDAs and then it just go out the window, baby. Now, I know that they say in NDA in some cases it don't hold if it's violence or some type of situation. But this is also the same thing that helped Bill Cosby get free, baby. You can't say that I'm going to sign this paper. What's the point of a contract? Okay? we would not have contracts, and contracts would not be able to be put in motion. Contracts is for a reason, okay? And when you sign a contract, that means that you agree to what the stipulations in the contract may be. So now once you violate that contract, that's on you. You mean to tell me you didn't read the fact that that contract said if you go and open your mouth, you gonna owe this man $1 million? You didn't read the fact is that this man took a copy of your information in case that things didn't go the way that they were supposed to go, and you opened your mouth even though there was an NDA, that there was a violation you was going to have to deal with, baby? Oh, yeah, that part. Because that contract definitely said that if you opened your mouth, outside of that 50,000, rather 100,000 that you and that cop split, okay, because y'all split it, all right? That's what made me even know or feel that it's a bribery type ish, all right? That man came to the scene with green in his eyes, baby. Like, what, do you know who this is on this tape? We about to get paid. That's Puffy. Yes, that's Mr. Diddy, Diddler himself. Yes, this is a payday. Do you know how many people will pay for this tape? So they made him pay for the tape, and then they made other people pay for the tape again. So they got double paid, and then they came to the court to act like they was victims, baby. Even after asking this man for a job, after the 50,000 that he paid him the first time ran out. He wanted to do a little bit more dirt. He like, all right, well, I got 50,000 for the last dirt I did. I wonder how much I could get paid this time around. Hey, you know anybody that's hiring? He said, hey, you know anybody that's hiring? Right. He said, yes. Come on. People was signing up to these shows and stuff like that. They talk about, oh, Diddy, first of all, some people get into the industry due to the factors of talent, but some people was never even talented, and they have to make them into the star that they is. And at what cost do that come? Because I'm still feeling a certain type of way, because outside of this case, I'm definitely going to get into the Meg Thee Stallion and Tory case. I am, because you're going to have to make me a believer, friend. You definitely going to have to make me a believer. Like, people say things, and then when it comes down to the factors of speaking on the things that they said or repeating it, it wasn't that way. That's not what I said or what I say. Well, then what did you say? And if it wasn't that way, then what way was it? And it just puzzles me how Tory been in jail all this time, and once they find extra evidence, now all of a sudden he gets stabbed up 14 times, and it's because the reason that the Mexican man gave is because he was looking out for the black people and not the SAs. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If he was actually looking out for the black folks, wouldn't that have been his protection? When you pay for things in jail, ain't those the things that's supposed to keep you covered? Okay? So you mean to tell me, you saying that he was taking care of his own kind, and there wasn't no type of covering? I doubt it. I doubt it. Diddy is innocent. Hope he's let out eventually. Well, the way these people getting when they get on the stand, listen, I'm telling you, you never know. You never know. You never know. Because a lot of people was just doing the factors of signing themselves over to the devil. They was willing to mingle for a little tingle. And then once the tingle stopped tingling, look where we end up. Right here. With equal, how can I say, mixed feelings. We got down with Diddy and we got free Diddy. Okay, so we got a half and half committee. But with the people that I've been seeing that they've been putting on this stand, the people that they would need to actually make guilty along with him if they going to would be all the same people that they gave immunity. That's crazy. That's crazy. What case are you trying to put together? If the ones that you need to keep it together is the ones that you letting go, how does that supposed to go? I don't know. But your girl Taye is out here. And as I get the updates, I'll definitely give y'all the update. I got my book today. Your girl took some notes. That's right. Because I'm trying to make sure as it comes out, you see I got my little sticky notes and everything. My little sticky notes and everything. I don't know why people choose to call me when I'm live. And then on top of the fact is I got my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I don't even know how it got through. But yes, I definitely wrote the factors of the things down that I found to be pretty interesting. These people was hitting Puffy on Instagram and stuff, telling him Merry Christmas. I don't think we're gonna be telling somebody Merry Christmas that doesn't make like, huh? Was you looking forward to a gift? A different type of gift? Let me know. Let sis know. You understand? See, hello. Hey everybody speaking, coming in. Please make sure you hit that like button for your girl. And if you definitely can, make sure y'all hit that super chat, because it ain't easy being out here. It costs. Okay, it definitely costs to be the boss. And Taye been out here on course. On course. There we go. So hit that like button. Make sure you become a subscriber. That's right. Let me see some of the things that I wrote down here today. The fact is that he gave him the cash in a brown bag. Let you know that it was unmarked cash, basically, that he had tendered. And it came from a place that he didn't want traced, right? He claims Puffy asked him, I told y'all about that. He claimed that Puffy asked him what he was going to spend the money on. And then after he told him, he basically advised him, basically, don't make no large purchases, because, you know, anytime you make a large purchase, then the Fed's definitely going to be lurking. Okay? Then, outside of the 100,000 that TMZ, that he gave, that Puffy gave them, they still gave the tape to TMZ. Outside of the man recording this tape on his cell phone for any and everybody to see. Let's talk about it. Everybody that got immunity, and I was talking about that, that's what we just was conversating about. Everybody that got immunity should be the people that definitely, anytime you go for immunity, that's a sign of guilt. Okay, that alone is a sign of guilt. That means you did some shit, but you willing to tell some shit so you don't get in trouble for it. You understand? One hand washes the other and both hands wash the face. If I tell you this, I won't be held in this case. Okay? There we go. And the NDA, we already discussed that. Half of the people that signed the NDAs, they already went against them. Okay, because when you sign an NDA and you say that you're not going to talk and you end up talking, that's a violation of two things: the contract and what it is that you said that you was not going to do. Regardless to whether it's a situation like this, you signed on for it, and you did. Okay. Outside of the fact is Diddy and Cassie both wanted the tape. Not for the factors of the domestic violence, but for the factors of not ruining their career. Okay? Because if you ask me, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if anybody asked me, but I'm going to tell them anyway, right? That's right, Pac. Taye is outside, girl. Now, outside of the factors of anything, if you ask me, a lot of people was just worried about their image in this situation. But if you was worried about your image, you wouldn't have been giving people horse tranquilizers and SAing people and doing things that people could possibly come back to you or look for you for. I know, I ain't gonna lie. Even if I signed up with a show, right, and it was due to the factors of Diddy, right, and I find out that niggas is taking horse tranquilizers and shit, I'm sorry. If I can't make it dependent, then I'm sorry, Taye ain't gonna be with it. But once you sell your soul to that devil, you're going to have to pay up. So half the people that is in this courtroom right now is just as guilty as Puff, if not the majority, if not all, if you ask me. Yes. Now, we ain't gonna say Diddy ain't no monster. He did some things, but I'm just gonna be honest. Some people did things with him. You ain't gonna just listen. He wasn't putting the sperm on his nipples himself, okay? He was not the one that was only hiring the sex workers. And like I said, when you hire a sex worker, it's either to lick some ass or something else gonna be going to pass. You ain't gonna look for a sex worker if you don't plan on having some type of sex. Make it make sense. How? So a person carries a job title, and even though it may be illegal in certain states, but if Puffy would have did what he did at the Bunny Ranch, would we be here today? No. What about the man from Nickelodeon? He still ain't on trial. Where he at right now? Right? Oh. Oh. And oh. Because I'm confused. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. And I'm not saying, like I said, people definitely was taken advantage of. Quite a few. Because once you get yourself in a mix of some things, then it's going to be hard for you to get out, boo. Yes. I heard that they was waking up like certain people. Like, say if they was in the studio and you go for a night of fun, you partying with your homies, you don't think nothing, you wind up getting drunk and stuff like that. Next thing you know, you wake up, you in a picture with kids. Wait, what happened? Where did the kids come from? Now, mentally, you messed up because you don't know what you possibly could have done. You have to go off of what everybody is telling you took place. That mentally messes up a person in the first place. That's the type of things that they was doing to Q from day 26. And what you come in with is what you will be leaving with. The only thing that will be missing is your sanity. None of these people got their sanity anymore, if you ask me. None of them, baby. None of them, okay? Any of the people that been through the turmoil that they went through, mentally, they are no longer the same. No longer the same. Definitely. So, if I got somebody that's into the fetishes that I'm into, like, listen, if you want me to do this to you and you like it and it's no problem and we two consenting adults, then okay. But once you start doing things to people and they never had a say, that's a whole different ball game, okay? So now if Cassie, I feel mixed about that because it's one thing when you was playing house, but you never made it into the big house, meaning that you wanted to be that wife, even with all the things that went on. You wanted to be that girlfriend, and you also brought other people in to be victimized, friend. That's the biggest problem that I have. Even though y'all was wearing masks and y'all was hiring these people and having them come to these secret locations and this, that, and the third, you was a willing participant to bring in other victims, sis. If you already know what it was consistent of, and you saying that you never was into anything but y'all just liked it okay, it's one thing to have a kinky sex life, okay? And it's another thing for people to agree to be kinky. But when you start slipping people Mickeys, now I could even be the type of person that drink alcohol, okay? And I could come to your party to engage in drinking alcohol. But if I never knew that you slipped something in my drink, now that's a whole different ball game because I'm not gonna be within my correct state of mind to make any decision making at that point in time. So that basically gives the opening for people to be able to take advantage of other people. And that's what was done in a lot of these cases. And for him not to be working with himself and those people that's on the stand have some type of hand, they ass should be behind bars too, friend. Indeed. All right, everybody gonna pay for who did or what was done to me. If you was in that room, you was guilty too. Especially if you ain't jumped on a nigga to stop him from whatever was being done. Oh, you was a part of the fun. You was a part of the fun. So now not only do you think that you're gonna get a payoff out of the situation, you ain't gonna get no punishment either. Oh no. Some people got the 2-for-1 special. No jail and some cash. Let's talk about it. Okay. If Puffy is guilty, fry his ass. That's it. But for those people that help victimize other people, I think that they should be up on that shit too. And immunity is not something that they should have been entitled to. Okay, because if it's 10 people that help Puffy do what it is that they do, he's not a guilty man on his own. He's a guilty man with a group. So just the man is gonna serve the time, but the group is not going to get punished too. Oh no. If the ship go down, everybody on the ship go down with it. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Are you drunk when you put in the... No, I did it because I wanted to. Just like a lot of the people did the shit that they wanted to. When you do things because you want to, you can't blame the outcome on other people. Like, see this nose ring in my nose? I put this nose ring in my nose because I wanted a nose ring in my nose. So now, if something was to go wrong with my nose, I can't blame somebody else for something happening to my nose. That's my fault. I put myself in a position for whatever to happen. If I wanted this nose ring and something happens from this nose ring, then it's Taye's fault that the nose ring was even brung into play. Period. Okay? Just because you walk through a certain door don't mean that you have to be active when you are in that door. If you have a chance to see what that door offers and you are able to leave, if you return down the next time without force, baby, then you was there willfully. Definitely there willfully. I say, do the crime. That's right. Do the crime, pay the time. Thank you. Thank you. I definitely agree with you, and that's definitely what I'm saying too. Oh yeah, if Puff did some things, then definitely punish him for the things that he did. But why would he get punished and not the people that assisted? It's equal opportunity here. Okay? That's like me asking my daughter who did something to you. And she go, oh, well, him, and him. And I go, oh, him? Oh, him? But I never recognized the other two that she pointed to. Make it make sense. That's not the way it goes, friend. And that's not the way that things is supposed to happen. Not at all, not at all. All of them was on some fuck shit. Period. Let's talk about people that I think people be forgetting the lives that people be living before they get some cash. When you get money, you get entitled to different type of ass, different type of places, different type of people, places, and things. When you don't have money, you won't be able to get yourself into certain rooms around certain people to even be entitled to do certain things. But once you encounter certain situations, people, places, and things definitely change when your money change. For the women will fuck niggas that they would never have even thought about giving some ass to now because this man got money. Half of these stars that they think is cute now or wasn't cute when he ain't have no money, the nigga's still not cute. It's just he got money. He just got money. That's all it is. So when you go from being here and now you up here, it's a whole different type of living, friend. You fucking different bitches, new bitches, better bitches. You going different places, new places, better places. You spending different money, more money, better money. And then when you think that at some point in time something can go and come or take that away from you, oh no. That's when people start saying, well, you know what? This over here don't look so bad. You know, I probably could do because I got to keep this money coming in so I can keep this lifestyle. I can't go back to who I was. What? So you mean to tell me I was just a broke nigga and now I'm getting 8 figures and you want me to go back to a broke nigga? Oh, no. Somebody's getting a tranquilizer. Somebody's getting a tranquilizer. I mean, nah. Who's going to tell? Who's going to tell? And when you think shit ain't gonna come out and it might be things people might never know about, we here. We here. And that's what it is, friend. And that's all it is, friend. People, places, and things, okay? If you wasn't about money or something funny, you wasn't even gonna be around Puffy. What gave you the access to him in the first place? Because y'all sure don't share the same rooms. If it's a person like me, a regular person, what they would say, baby. But certain people are in certain rooms for a certain reason. This is not their first rodeo. These people be handlers for the go-go. You don't think these people got handlers when they get into the industry, people that's assigned to them for different things? The ones that cover when they in trouble and the ones that show them where the trouble is and who they need to mix with. Half of these people that's in relationships don't even like each other. They was put together through the factors of the industry, what the people would think, the propaganda that it will bring, okay? Why you think we see so many social media couples falling apart at an all-time high? Because it's different when you in a business deal and you in a marriage. And most people be in a business deal with a marriage certificate. That's it. Their business is the marriage. Two potentially famous people with a lot of notoriety get together. People love that. What? And throw a couple of kids? Shit. Okay? That's why people were so surprised by Remy Ma and Papoose. They still human beings that was in a couple. What happens is they don't want to bring things to the front screen to kill a dream of others that they done created for so long, because now these people are getting paid off of that black love, relationship, black love. So now if it ends, then it means that the narrative that we done created was a lie the whole time. So people that chose to follow us is on some, wait a minute, I thought this was this. But then when you hear stories come out and you hear a wife say she ain't slept in the bed with her husband since 2022, it lets you know the things that be going on behind closed doors, boo-boo. All right? This Diddy situation just opened up a can of worms. That's what it did. Okay? That's just what it did. And trust me, there's a lot more things that's going to come out that people are going to be shocked about. We're only in the first couple of weeks. And if we've heard the things that we've heard thus far, we have not heard their greatest ammunition. The big stuff has not come out as of yet. Okay? Okay, what the feds is doing is they filling out everybody. Okay? They filling out the... And then they going to come with the boom. And that's how it goes. Because one thing for sure and two things are certain, the feds don't waste their time. It's different from regular popo. Or you being on a warrant, you know, you're ducking your parole officer or something like that. That's one thing. But when the feds is coming, baby, oh, it's a different ball game. Because a lot of times, they ain't going to come get you until they got what the fuck they need in the first place. That's the only reason why they there. I'm going to go walk in the court, near the courtroom. I ain't gonna walk in the courtroom because I've been going over there, but I like it better outside. Taye like to keep her feet on the ground because outside is where it's at. Okay? We done caught some things. Yes. This is where I was at the other day. Okay? I got all different type of gadgets with me, y'all, to make sure that I am able to give y'all this great delivery. Let me turn it around so y'all can see what it is that I see. As you can see over there, the news stations, that's where they give their delivery. So when you see them give their updates, that's where they giving their updates from. Right from them tents, from. I think that's News 7, News 5. I think Extra is over there. I think a couple of outlets is out there. As you can see, a lot of people went to go eat, but a lot of people still got their foot or feet on the ground, baby. Taye is working two ways. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, and I also got another channel, Tea with Taye. I'm giving live footage over there as well, baby. You know, 2 for the 1, baby. 2 for the 1. And these people right here, let me explain to y'all what this is. Okay? You see what that say? Skip the line. I showed y'all this yesterday. Skip any line in NYC. Okay, so now what people do is, you see them people sitting right there, they not sitting there for no reason. people pay those people to hold their spot in line to be able to go into the courtroom. Okay? So outside of the factors of them sitting there, some people be out here all night, right? But they also come equipped with a tent. Yes. And you wouldn't know it, but I'm gonna move over because somebody's in it. That means they actually sleep out here on this line, okay? To make sure that people get their space in the courtroom, if need be. I wonder, that's kind of a cool job to have, baby. You getting paid for sitting. You getting paid for sitting. I worked you today, Eminem. I'm sorry, baby, because I'm in two places at one time. She like, wait, is she over here or is she over there? I'm everywhere. Taye on the go, baby. Taye on the go, baby. When God open up a door for you, you make sure you move. And I've been moving. You okay? You look thirsty. Shit, I am a little bit thirsty. I ain't gonna lie. I've been wanting to go get something to eat for like the last 10 minutes. I got some stuff that I have in my bag to snack on, but I don't want that. I'm in Manhattan. It wouldn't be right if I ain't getting no chicken over rice. But as y'all can see, I got my little cup right there. Okay? I see the free Diddies. I told you it's mixed. It's mixed feelings. You see everybody out here? Look. That's what I say. I'm gonna take y'all across the street so that way y'all can see where the news people be. Yes, but like Taye was saying, today was definitely a great day in the Diddy case because it opened up a lot of different things. It definitely opened up a lot of different things. You see? Look, live feed. See? Good afternoon. See? Look. Isn't she so beautiful? I say that every time. See, we outside. Why be inside when you could be outside? I could have did these videos from just getting what I was getting off the news, but I wanted to make sure I gave y'all a up close and personal view. Uh-oh, I'm sorry. A up close and personal view. So whatever Taye see, I'm gonna make sure y'all see. I didn't want to take from what other people was out here seeing, you know, or from other people's point of view. I wanted to come out here and view it for myself. Look at all the people, y'all. Let me see if I can make it a little zoom in-ish. See how it looks opposite across the street? As you can see. Now I'm gonna go back this way because I believe something is happening and I don't want y'all to miss it. So we gotta be with the what's happening, right? It don't matter what it is. And you see Taye got front row seats to the door, baby. I ain't come to play. Hey everybody coming in speaking. I definitely appreciate y'all being here with me. Definitely. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Definitely. See all the news people. Let me zoom out. So. Let me step back some so I can get an overall view. Right here. Hey, my friend, how you doing today?
What's going on with you?
I'm alive, no complaints. You know how I go. We out here with our feet to the ground, baby. Let's see. Look, they connected. They serious, baby. Yes.
What's your channel on YouTube?
Latte World.
Watch the world.
What's yours?
The Real Rap Show on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to him, friend. Look, she come out looking beautiful every day. You welcome, honey.
I like that. It's
You
positive.
ever find that glasses, no?
I did. It was in the
did?
park. Yeah, it was in the park. That means I'm working too hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you thought you were seeing.
I couldn't see. I needed my glasses.
You see, you heard what she say? She definitely appreciated that. And I appreciated saying it. Wait, they said, wait, he's not getting out. Listen, a lot of people say a lot of different things. Some says he is and some says he isn't. They say he ain't. Well, Taye gonna be here to see whichever way it go. That's right. If you like to support the host, please support the host. I would definitely appreciate if y'all support the host. Okay? Support will definitely go into the factors of growing my channel, so I could definitely be out here doing more of this, bringing y'all this definite. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss nothing. Bringing y'all this on foot, on site information. I wish all those people step aside. Well, I'm going to step out their way so that way that you can see. I just want y'all to get first sight at the doorway, baby. So that way when something come out that door, y'all see it just like I do. I see do not in them down there. He probably coming this way 9 times out of 10. I don't want to move my space at the doorway, but I'm going to definitely try to make sure I get an interview with him before I leave. Because his name has been swaveled around so many different ways since this court case, baby. But I definitely give him the big ups because he definitely be having his feet on the ground. That's right, baby. Look, they be coming out that doorway walking fast. I think each person that come out walk faster than the next. Yes, sir. But it definitely feels good to be out here in the midst of the action. We gotta get in where we fit in. Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Let me go down there and check on my stuff. Okay. Let me go check on my stuff. Excuse me. Hey, baby. How you doing today? I'm alive, no complaints.
I'm doing this shit with a broke hand, bro. I can't even get over. Look at this.
Here we go. I had to come get me some handy dandy drink, baby. And then look, I got another phone sitting right here, and my other phone sitting in the stand. So while I'm here, it can record what it can. I think I seen Amon, that's how you say his name. I think I seen him down this way too. And Tisha Tales, you see, this is the other guy. What's his name? I forgot what his name is though. But you remember he's the one who put the report out. Okay.
I knew I heard that voice.
Let's see. We're walking around seeing what we see, baby. Mhm. See, and then there's some people over there at the other entrance. But I like it this way better. Not sure so much drama in this trial. Yes, it really is Caribbean vibes. You definitely can say that again. Definitely drama. Drama outside the courtroom and drama inside the courtroom. A little bit of both. But I'm out here with the real G's, baby. Oh, Taye, oh, Taye.
I'm proud of him, seriously. I'm extremely proud of him. That's the point. For somebody to tarnish him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got a nice picture of you, Evelyn.
Let's go get in where we're fitting, baby. I'm giving y'all a view.
One or both. One is that you have to be in a if you're a police officer, if you're an elected official, that is the first you can't accept one. Now, that's why it was very key for us to ask me, were you a police officer when you took the officer? No, I wasn't. A police officer, and you were not a police officer. Number one. Number two,
See, they putting the gate out.
that's attached to bribery is if you're actually interfering with an investigation, some sort of police investigation. Notice he said the cops weren't called because Cassie said she didn't want the cops involved. So that was not interfering with an investigation.
Oh, that
So
is that
that's
live
like
view
saying,
book bag that I want y'all. Sorry. That live view book bag right there, that's like your own personal internet that you walk with. So you don't have to go off of the phone data or anything else, you know, except mobile data or any type of hotspot action. You can definitely use that backpack, and that backpack is internet on the go. It's called Live View. Yeah, of course. Yes, pretty brown eyes. Being corrupted. Hey, Joy. Let me move over to mine.
Police were not involved in this at all. There was no police report. That's why when Garcia went to get the money from Diddy, he said, I'm afraid when if he files a police report because I'm afraid I could get in trouble in that case. And that's why Diddy said there ain't going to be no police report. Got Cassie on the FaceTime and said, hey, tell him there ain't going to be no police report. Now, if there was a police report, then we're talking about the bribery. Even then, you're incorrect. The reason why is because on the NDA that Diddy had him sign, there is an exclusion clause. And
I hope y'all getting all of this.
And part of the exclusion clause was if anybody from the court or from a law enforcement...
Yes, do not is definitely in the building.
...ask you for this information, you give it to them. Right. So he signed that. So yeah, go ahead.
But I was saying that I went to the restaurant and I was downstairs making sure he didn't all I know is the police officer, I didn't know they questioned me. I was asking what the guy that actually parked the drive outside of the house just in case the police officer was not open.
He was not open. Remember, Israel didn't get any money.
Right, the other was right?
The other security guard that was on. Oh, the other security guard,
The
yeah.
other security guard, he was the police officer.
He was not.
All right, now, okay, saying they can't get him on bribery? Because I'm not entirely sure about the technicalities.
You can look up the statute.
I will look at it. Trust me, I will. They will too.
Yeah.
But you can also say that that's right, because you're hiring security guards to buy tickets for.
I gotta go get my
Any interviews? Any interviews? Possible to get
I don't have anything interesting. Yeah, I don't have anything interesting.
But he said, what, he just came out, right?
Yeah,
So you're not getting them not to do anything. On the NDA, it says anytime police ask for anything like that, you gotta go and you gotta go and give them the information. It also said on the NDA, which we highlighted Brian Steele, that there's that the only reason we're signing this is to protect police purchase and pay to protect innocent, not to get away.
yeah, it's just like the OJ everything.
That was not that
Yeah,
was the reason.
I remember like being a little kid and you know, the whole class getting together to watch the results for OJ. I didn't know what was going on. So here, that's exactly what it is. So it's really fascinating, both sides of the right? And I just
Exclusives.
you know, at the end of the day, it's going to be all about whoever tells a better story. Whoever tells a better story wins. So I'm just here to watch the story when I can. Don't take care. Thank you. I'm attorney Simone, your legal basketball. At Girls, is that legal? That's my channel.
Girl, is that legal?
Oh, my Instagram is attorney Simone. Thank you.
But do you feel like that's an issue now? We have to go. Do you feel like that's an issue now? Pretty much file or altogether.
Sorry, my man.
Do you feel like that's a spiritual issue?
All right. I don't think so.
Sorry about that.
We're leaving.
That was a bad boy CEO.
Bad boy CEO. Got the bad boy CEO. He leaving.
Is that legal?
Girl, is that legal?
Girl, is
Everybody
that
follows you. I've seen you on other people's channel, and I was like, when I saw you, I was like, she probably ain't gonna talk to me. No plan. So down to earth. So today, based on Eric's testimony about Diddy, and I asked him earlier too about Diddy getting,
Y'all getting it here first. Exclusive.
and the fact that he exercised a non-disclosure agreement, saying that he would not disclose that, not even to law enforcement. How would that come out?
So it doesn't, and I wish that the prosecution had done a better job of doing that here. That's what's called a legal contract. In fact, what I would have did if that was my brother who came to me and was like, "Hey, I'm security," I would say, "Baby, let's go get this money. We're gonna get that $100,000. Then we're going to sell it to TMC for another $100,000." And there's literally nothing that can be done. A non-disclosure agreement for an illegal act. There, it would be.
What Taye said.
Is an illegal agreement. So literally, if you were to go to court and sue you for releasing that, a judge would release that.
Wow.
Because it's a matter of public concern.
Right.
For the same reason that, like, it is not a crime. Like, even in states where both two parties have consent to a recording, if they're recording a crime, you don't need consent.
Right. My friend Maisha Sheikh was she was sued by Kevin Hart recently because of similar type of non-disclosure agreement, and he sued her. So, with that said, and you saying that that's an illegal agreement, are you aware that that's the standard for our law?
So it is a standard agreement, but that's because it's not supposed to be applied to crimes. It's supposed to be applied to relationships.
I want to get me one of those spiffy tripods that they got. I like this one here. Y'all see this? This is nice.
So I got three.
You already know who the last who's up in the building.
But it's not supposed to be used
Listen, we got a lot to
when
break
you
down.
bribes.
Also, we'll get you with a couple of good people that
You
came
know,
on the
see
court
my
too as
boyfriend
well.
beat the crap out of
We
her.
had
Or if
Candy,
you saw like a
Candy,
drug
she was
dealer,
violent on the night.
like a
They made her have an equivalent.
But
So, she went up to Diddy courtroom today. Diddy court on the 26th floor. After the
multiple
affair
staff
of the
members
court
of
for 4
Diddy
days.
all thought
Went
that
up
their
there.
non-disclosure
Diddy,
agreement
They laughing at you, Diddy. They trying to play.
Yeah, I love me some do not too.
Wild out, screams in the corner.
That's my baby. He keep it 110
Yeah, everybody's got the
with the people who's outside. I'm trying to give y'all a little bit of everything. You know, ooty ooh.
Need a cigarette to chill?
Always on the space.
Someone bring me a cigarette if you're watching me right now. So I can. Look, shout out that. Let me get one, Queen. Let me get one. Look, salute to everybody. I gotta bust this woman down because if I don't, she gonna run back in Diddy court again. Okay? Okay? Facts. What's wrong with this man? He taking pictures. The hell he watching me for? He taking pictures. He got no video. Ain't no video on that, muchacho. Muchacho, that ain't no video, homie. You a photographer. What the hell he watching me for? Don't do it, bro. I'll cook him. I said I'll cook him. He ain't never been cooked like this. I'll roast him. I have him look like churros. Don't do it, bro. I'll cook him. So listen, though. We outside in real time. I'm cooking some people. They acting like I ain't got no jokes. Don't play before I start cooking beats and all that. Don't do it.
I'm trying to get y'all as much footage as possible. Taye is everywhere.
And I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, and I go to the hotel and say, yo, give me that video because I don't want this video getting out of me pissing my pants. It's embarrassing because I'm going to destroy my thing. I'm not, and they say give me 50,000 or I'll give you 50,000.
You always want to stand right there by me, by my spot.
Because there's no police investigation that I'm interrupting.
That's not why you're not bribing. You're correct, you're not bribing. You're not bribing them.
Your job.
I'm not bribing because it's bribery had the whole point of the bribery
My spot.
is to hinder
I could be here when it's
the police
19.
from getting you trouble.
Come back.
So I think
According to the
what-
NDA,
You come out 4 in the morning?
according to the NDA, it literally says, it's highlighted in the NDA in the clause, it says, this is because Mr. Clinton is very important, and this is to protect him. Basically, that's what
Lights up.
that was the whole point.
As
Get the phone in there right
no
now. Hold
NDA
up.
is going to
My
say
bad.
this,
It's
so
not
that he
the
can go.
And the NDA also says, yes, but the NDA also says, highlighting
I hope y'all can see. Let me know how y'all can, if y'all can see and if the hearing is good.
Is it guilty or ask another question? I don't know what that's going to do. Ever since I came from Game of
Make sure y'all hit that like button.
So it's not a bribe. That's what I'm trying to say.
First hand, y'all.
Exchange money.
But I think what I heard you say before, it's not a bribe because there wasn't so that's another reason why you're incorrect. Hold on. That's another reason why you're incorrect. Because the way in which the tape was made to disappear, she has until the statute to launch, to go to the police and say this man looked my tape. What he did is he destroyed the tape and it did not reappear until after the statute of limitations, effectively eliminating any chance that she could get any criminal relief for the domestic violence. So we're saying the same thing. I think we're just looking at different time
Absolutely,
windows.
because absolutely, because that's still not. If she didn't try, if she tried to go and file a police report, and then he had bought the tape, then it would have interfered with the criminal investigation. And yes, you're
There
right.
doesn't
But
have
you're
to
talking
be,
about a hypothetical situation.
So I disagree with the definition. But there doesn't have to be an active, that's not true. It doesn't have to be an active criminal investigation. But what it does have to be is it has to be potentially evidence in a criminal case.
And one last question. I know.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, somebody like him is going to be on the jury. And so your thought process, your logic is what they have to do.
And it's going to come back to the jury instructions from the judge.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look at the jury instructions and we'll revisit this particular thing. So in relation to
Y'all got it here first.
RICO, now that you say that there's allegations of facts and evidence to provide that there was a bribery that occurred, kidnapping is also breaking back in RICO just based on the situation we had in the hotel alone, all arising from that same date. They would have two predicates.
They do, but not the kidnapping. The second one is
I love Uda, I swear.
that, and that the same guy who made the take go away was a witness. They tampered with him by giving him the money. They tampered with him by giving the money. So those would be two, and therefore they satisfy RICO. It would not be the kidnapping because the kidnapping happens in California under California law. I know it's crazy, but he didn't drag.
Yeah, I got you.
But okay, so So because in California, they have to operate under California.
Yeah, California law, that would be closer to false imprisonment because in California you have to move someone a substantial distance, and arguably that would happen if it had been kidnapping in California. The DA's office. That was covered. But I just wanted to say that no, the DA's office when the tape was first leaked.
Hit the like button, y'all.
I'm sorry,
But this is basically going on what it is that I said. I just want y'all to hear everything before I start talking.
It either doesn't have one or it's like over the years. Either way, that's how I knew that couldn't be qualified.
One last question. Melanie, what did they like? You know, Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, they basically talking about the factors of the bribery. That's what I was talking about in a case, and it's a lot of different decisions or a lot of different feelings on that situation or on how people feel. Was it actually a case where Puffy tried to get them to take the money basically as a shut up, or did basically they tried to sell the tape to him as a bribery? And me personally, I feel like it was kind of a bribe, because if you know that you got something of value like that, people going to try to use it to the most of their, or to the best of their ability. It's going to go to the highest bidder. And it's kind of crazy that she said some of the same thing that I said, because if you was actually thinking about it the same way, then that would be the thing that a person would do, baby. They would definitely take the 100,000 from Puffy and then get whatever else money that they was able to get from TMZ. And baby, that's what they did. And that's what it was. And in this case, I don't know how y'all basically going to prove that there was any, what does it say? Yeah, Diddy is sick in some ways. Y'all act like Diddy is the only bad, right? And he's not. He's definitely not. He's one of many. Okay? Harvey Weinstein is in court that way. Okay? He's in the other court due to the factors of an appeal. So, there's a lot of people that should be charged for things that they are not. And that's why I said that a lot of the people that's up on the stand with immunity should be being punished too. Okay? Because a lot of people did the same things that these guys chose to do. Cash in on a payday. They just didn't expect for it to come back their way. So now they trying to tell a story of glory to where it makes them seem as innocent as possible. But you was willing to basically give a shop around for this tape to be able to get paid great. And that was that. And this is good feed right here, y'all. Okay, because everybody's going to have this interview. Okay, she's actually on the case. So hearing what she has to say is very, very important. Very important. And then men like him is the ones that's going to be on the jury. So it's good to see a difference in opinion. Okay, you heard it from me, but you heard it here first. It's good to hear the words come out of the people's mouths themselves versus you putting the words in their mouth. So to actually get that interview on camera was definitely a good thing, because we're going to hear about that later on the news, baby. Even the news is over there recording to see what it is that she has to say, because you don't know how many people play a primary part in this case, baby. I think I had even seen some snow bunnies pull up the other day. I'm telling you, you don't know who anybody is here. So you definitely have to keep your ears and eyes open, because you don't want to miss nothing. And with the information and the feed that I got, I'm definitely happy, because to be on foot is definitely better than to watch it from somebody else's aspect. Because you got to remember, when you watching different other outlets and you have an outlet, you're basically going off of their opinion to put their opinion on your page. Even though you listening and you may give your own opinion anyway, it's always good to have it from the source, of course. Okay? But they do act like Diddy is the only person in this world that has done some things. Okay, but I tell you one thing, this is a part of history. This case right here will go down in history. Just like the O.J. Simpson and the Bill Cosby and the R. Kelly. They want these situations to be big because that's how they get the factors of destroying the image. The same way you came in with nothing is the same way we gonna make sure you leave with nothing. Not even a good name. Now, they ain't the reason that was telling him to pour baby oil on people and do the things that he was doing. But they also made him comfortable and helped him do it. Let me see what y'all saying down here. Those likes is looking good. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your girl, please. And thank you. Us and Diddy. Yes. He was the offender asking the tape is a problem. Right. That's so true. You look easy to cheat on. Well, shit, everybody easy to cheat on because in order to be cheated on, you have to be cheated on by something. That's something that you don't know, right? So what you don't know is not something that you could get blamed for. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called cheated on. So if a person looked like they would be easy to get cheated on, that's crazy. I guess that's why a lot of people be in the situations that they be. The fact is that you could look at somebody and see where a person might be able to get over is the crazy part for me. But I guess that's how it be within these situations. People be seeing people coming before they get there. That's what it be. People be seeing people coming before they actually get there. Yes. I'm trying to see and be a nosy. That's my job, to be nosy. See how the overview looks. That's the overview. See? Yes, yes, yes. I'm definitely going to get back with y'all. I'm going to go grab me something to eat in the meantime, in between time. You know, Taye live. You know, I was over there talking my ish in the middle of ish. How you doing today?
Good.
You know, Taye always on display. That's right. So anyway, I'm going to go get something to eat, y'all. Yeah. Thank you. No, it's good. Yeah, it's a tripod. It's connected to my pocketbook. And it got a light too for the nighttime. There we go. Oh, Latte World. Latte World. LATAE World. Latte World. Or you can hit me up on Tea with Taye. Either one, baby. Tea with Taye. Oh, wait. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because it go with you. See, look.
It's going on for another month or so.
Yeah. It's clipped to my pocketbook. Thank you. He said I'm shitting on him out here because I got a tripod that connects to my pocketbook, right? And it also got a light and everything else. So it's a one-stop shop. It's a one-stop shop. And you see I got my Tea with Taye. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to that channel, baby. All promotion is good promotion. Look at the feet, baby. I'm walking with me, baby. Taye is outside. You heard me? Taye is outside, baby. Yes, I is. And yes, I am. But let me go get something to eat. I love y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, and support is definitely always welcome. Have a blessed one until I get back, you guys.